Hello guys, welcome back to Retro Smash TV. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today we're going to be talking about a subject that I've been thinking about all week in terms of the way that I collect video games. So I thought I'd do a little video, talk about my opinion, and the subject is it better to trade your video games into CEX or sell them on platforms such as Vinted or eBay? So I'm going to talk about what my opinion is on the pros and the cons for both selling into CEX and selling into Vinted. So without further ado, let's go! So guys, I said in my last couple of videos that all the stuff that I was getting at the car boot sale, I was looking to pick up stuff that I could flip on so I could make some profit, so I could take that to the London gaming market, which is at the end of June. As you know, on this channel, we like to make things as cheap and as free as possible. So I wanted to go to the London gaming market with a small war chest, just in case there was stuff in the market stalls that I was interested in that I couldn't get elsewhere, where I could just see the condition. So at the moment I'm thinking that might be PlayStation 1 games, because you can see the condition of each of the cases. You can see if it's got a manual, you can see the condition of the disc. So that is the loose plan. So last weekend I went to the car boot sale and I was beaten by all the resellers to all the video games. Now that usually really annoys me, because my strategy for building up my video game collection is to buy cheap video games at the car boot sale and then take them straight to CEX to trade in for trade credit that I can use towards a game that I want to buy and add to my very own collection. So because I didn't pick up very much, I haven't actually been to CEX. I haven't traded it in. So because I gave myself that week where I wasn't going to into CEX, I basically stuck all of the items that I had onto my Vinted page. Now I noticed after I did that, the shop was quite bare. There was only a couple of listings on there. So I really wanted to beef it up a little bit, and I wanted to add some more items to it. So I went through all of my game collection, and I picked out games that either I didn't want anymore, was taking up unnecessary space, or I couldn't trade them into CEX for whatever reason. And I'm really pleased to let you guys know that having stuck my items on my Vinted page, and I put out a post, it's called Retro in the Corner. One of you actually did point out to say that it did look like, it sounded like a Dizzy Rascal album, and you, my friend, would be absolutely correct. I love Dizzy Rascal, I love grime music, and there is an album called Boy in the Corner, and I decided to name my shop Retro in the Corner. I designed a logo to look similar to the album cover of that of Dizzy Rascal. So well done to you for spotting that. Yeah, I'm really pleased with the outcome. And I've managed to raise so far for the London Gamer Market £145. So all in a week. So we are definitely going to the London gaming market with a small war chest. So let's get into the pros and cons of each. So guys, as I mentioned, I pick up these video games from the car boot sale or a charity shop or wherever I pick these up from, and I head straight into CEX. I trade them in, I get the trade credit back. Okay, so the pros to trading in your video games or your multimedia to CEX is, one, it's quite easy. You turn up at your local CEX, there are hundreds around the UK. You turn up with your games, you hand them over to the shop assistant, the sales rep, customer service, and they check the games, make sure they're all okay, and then at the end you get given the option of taking the cash or in-store credit. So the pros and the cons to that is, the pros is quick cash. The con to that is you get very little in terms of the cash, and you get a higher amount on a voucher. Now, I'm quite fortunate that I'm going to be buying video games anyway, so I always take the voucher option. And that is because I like to maximise my profits on these, so that if I see a game in CEX, such as a heavy hitter, I can then just purchase it. The other pro to it is there are so many around. You can't turn up in a town or a shopping centre without there being a CEX very nearby that you can just go into, take your stuff, browse. The other pro to this is they have an amazing app. If you've not got the app, download the app. You can scan barcodes and it will bring up within an instant how much CEX will give you for that particular piece of multimedia as a cash or a voucher. So always have that to hand. If you're at the car boot sales as well, make sure you've got that in hand so you can just scan and see what's profitable, what's not, so you don't make mistakes that I've made on my journey, which if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button because you will see me at the car boot sales. Another con to it is condition. So some stores are quite harsh on conditions. Some will take anything. So again, it's potluck. So there you have it. You've got some pros and cons to that. The main con of it is you get less for your money, but it's easier to do. So let's move on to platforms such as Vinted, which I use because I have absolutely no luck with eBay, but you may have really good success with eBay. Unfortunately for me, or fortunately, my vintage shop has got a lot of sales on it. So I guess the algorithm of the Vinted likes my page, so it promotes it to potential buyers more than what eBay does for my small little store where I only really use it to buy stuff. So with Vinted, and I'm just going to specifically talk about Vinted because that's where I have the most experience. So you list your item. It's so quick. It's so easy. You take a couple of photos. You write a little description. You price it up. Bosh, it's gone. It's on. And it's free. It's free to list. Okay? So this is where it's a massive, massive pro. It's free to list. You don't pay for the postage. The buyer does. And the buyer also pays for their own buyer's protection. So you can afford to have your prices slightly lower than what they have on eBay because of the big cut that eBay take out of your profits. Again, as I said, it's so easy to list these items. However, there is a con or a downside to Vinted, and it is the offer system. So as a seller, the offer system can be the devil, because if you mark an item up at £10, somebody can lowball you at £6 and offer you. Now, again, it's totally up to you whether you accept that offer. Usually, when I'm selling on Vinted, I'm going to give away my secrets here, but I will price it up a little bit higher for those people who do offer the lowball, so that I can then offer exactly what I wanted in the first place anyway. So there was a comment when I put out a post about retro in the corner, an absolute idiotic comment to say prices are a bit high, mate. It's my shop. I will put the prices however high or low that I want. So feel free to comment on somebody else's post. Okay. Negative comments on this channel will get removed. I'm not in the business for that anymore. So yeah. So again, another downside to selling on Vinted is you've got to package it up. So as you can see here, I've sold 1, 2, 3. I've got 6 items here that I've had to package up. So I've had to pay out for the bubble wrap, the parcel stuff. So you have that little added extra cost to it. So bear that in mind when you are thinking about becoming a reseller on the sides such as Vinted. So as I said, these are 6 items that I've already sold. These 2 here are video games from the Wii bundle that I picked up at the car boot sale. Below is a stack of PlayStation 1 games that I've had for a very long time. They're games that I'm not interested in. I want to build a PlayStation 1 collection of all killer and no filler. That is a lot of filler in there. I've sold a Sega Mega Drive set of cufflinks. Now, originally when I picked these up, it was that I was going to wear them, but since I started working from home, I don't wear my suit that often. I'm always in a tracksuit, a snapback, so I ain't going to put a pair of cufflinks on. And I also had some loose Nintendo DS games that I found basically at the bottom of my Nintendo Wii drawer. So I thought I'd just stick them up, pop them on Vinted, sold them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop up on the screen everything that I've sold over the last week. And as I said, there's over £145 here. There are some bits on there that's going to go to CEX. So again, the original question is it better to sell to CEX or onto Vinted or eBay? My opinion, both. So I've got this controller here in my hand. I'm trying to sell this. It's for the Xbox One. I know I can take this to CEX and I will get £12 on a voucher. Okay. I'm trying to sell this on Vinted because I'd rather have the cash to go towards something at the London gaming market. But if it doesn't sell, then I can definitely take this into CEX as a fallback. A con to that is I've got to wait around whilst they test it. So there you have it. I also have some other box sets that haven't sold. And again, I'm going to take those into CEX before the value plummets, because that's another thing you have to be worried about is the value of the items. They fluctuate like this. Especially for video games, so definitely keep your eyes open on that. It is a bit like the stock market. You might pick up a game today that's valued at a £5 trade-in, go to trade it in tomorrow, and that could have fallen to a £3 voucher. So just bear that in mind. With Vinted, obviously there's a whole lot of other competition out there that you have to worry about. Other people's shop, people who are viewing this channel, me. There's so much competition, so make sure that you are pricing your stuff accordingly, and also just make sure you dispatch really fast, because that way you're going to get a good rating. People are going to look at your ratings and go, yep, he's a good seller, he sends out his stuff really quickly. So yeah, there you have it, guys. That's my little discussion on this. I thought I'd just share that with you, that even though you see me go to CEX a lot, I think I'm going to be switching up my strategy from now on. It's going to be car boot sale, in, home, clean everything up, stick it on Vinted, leave it a week, maybe 2 weeks, see if it sells. If it doesn't, chop it into CEX. That is going to be the strategy. So guys, if you want to see more of that and you want to see more of this, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. We are well on our way to 2,000 subscribers. So guys, I would love to get there by the end of this year, and that is the target. So guys, make sure you're supporting your boy. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one where we're going to go to CEX. I'm going to trade in what hasn't sold on Vinted. Might pick up a game, might not. I've also planned a great Grand Theft Auto game hunt. So if you don't already know, I'm a huge Grand Theft Auto fan. I've got 6 games that I need to collect for the PlayStation that will complete the entire collection. I know where they are. I'm going to do a video of it. It's going to be like a Grand Theft Auto mission, so stay tuned. Make sure you're going to buckle up for this one, because if it goes how it is in my mind, this is going to be the best video I've ever made. So guys, stay tuned to Retro Smash TV. I will see you in the next one. Take care.
Arda Shop in the